Welcome to Datalynx's YouTube channel. In this video lesson, we focus on the concept of reverse engineering. Reverse engineering entails deconstructing a database system to comprehend its design, architecture, and functionality. This practice is commonly applied during the preliminary data analysis phase to understand the design and functionality of outdated or undocumented systems. Therefore, DMS Data Explorer is designed to assist in resolving issues related to systems with missing documentation. It is also a valuable tool for exploring table relationships and associated metadata within a database. Let's start by logging into DMS Data Explorer. Connect to a template where the database you want to reverse engineer is registered. For this exercise, we will use a sample Adventure Works database. Once connected to the template, select the Phoenix tab at the top. Then, choose Reverse Engineering from the repository toolbar. If you are unlocking the feature for the first time, the Discover Table Relationships window will appear. In this window, you can configure various options in the top pane. For example, you can exclude columns with specific prefixes. If some columns, example those prefixed with pref, in AdventureWorks database display a sequence number, and are not used to create relationships among tables, they can be avoided. Similarly, you can neglect certain columns with specific suffix. Additionally, you can configure column name matching by percentage. For instance, if you want the column in the master table to match 100% with the column in the detail table, you can set it accordingly. Suppose, if you have a column, Business Entity ID, and you want to match with any ID columns, you can adjust the percentage to your preference. In this example, we will set it to 80%. You can also choose to match keys based on data type. For example, here the primary key in the master table needs to be numeric, and the foreign key in the detail table also has to be numeric for a match. Here, we will select both numeric and text columns, which means matches will be shown for both types. Additionally, you can set the text length from 1 to a specified number. In this case, we will set it from 1 to 20, meaning that if the text exceeds 20 characters, it will be neglected from the reverse engineering step. Finally, select the tables among which you want to see the relationships. Meanwhile, you might also see a button to add screen data discovery tables. This functionality will be explored shortly. For now, you can click the Submit button to proceed. Once you click the Submit button, the Reverse Engineering Jobs window will appear. This window has two tabs, Screen Data Discovery and Data Model Discovery. Let's start with the Screen Data Discovery tab. For instance, if you are reporting on a legacy system and have been provided with screens, you can use this feature. You can take values from the screens and search across the database or selected tables to identify columns that might contain those values. To begin, click Load Screen Data. A Discover Screen Data window will pop up. Here, you can load your CSV file with the following format. Let's open the CSV file to see how it should be formatted. Click the Open CSV File button and select your CSV file. Data Explorer will display the file for you to review. In this example, we will be looking at the product subject area across two screens, product details and product information, which include the listed columns and search values. Once you are satisfied with the selection, click the Load button to load your CSV file. After loading, you will be brought back to the Reverse Engineering Jobs window under the Screen Data Discovery tab. Here, you can configure three settings. 1. Ignore case. This option determines whether the search should be case-sensitive or not. Select Yes or No based on your requirements. 2. Use selected tables. This option allows you to specify whether to restrict the search to the tables you have selected. Choose Yes if you want to use only the tables selected at the beginning of this exercise. 3. Break on first occurrence. This option determines whether the search should stop after finding the first match, or continue to find all matches. We will leave this set to No. Along with the configuration, you can view the recently loaded screen data and the processing log, which will show the creation of the screen data job. Click the Run Job button to start the job. A warning dialog box will appear. Select Yes to proceed. You can monitor the processing log to track the progress. Once the job is completed, the Job Results button will be enabled. Click on it to view the results. A Screen Data Discovery Results window will appear. In this result, you can see the subject area, product, the screen name, example, product details, the column, example, product ID, and the search value, example, 1, found in the production.product table. The value matches 5 columns: make flag, finished goods flag, days to manufacture, product subcategory ID, and product model ID. Based on the result set, you can determine that the correct column is product model ID. You can also view the field data type, and the number of times the search value occurs in the respective fields. You can export the result set as either a CSV file or an Excel file. Once done, please close the window to return to the main screen. Now, let's explore the second tab, Data Model Discovery. You will see that a data modeling job has been created for the selected tables in the right pane. These are the tables that were initially selected. However, we can submit a new job with additional tables to better visualize the master detail relationships, including intermediate tables. Click the Submit Job button. Discover Table Relationships window will appear. This time, we will use the Add Screen Data Discovery Tables feature, which will include the tables that were selected for the screen search. Let's include additional tables in the list to explore their relationships. Afterward, click the Submit button. This action will return us to the Data Model Discovery screen. Proceed by clicking the Run Job button. A warning dialog box will appear. Click Yes to continue. You can monitor the progress in the processing log. Once the job is completed, please click on the Job Results button to view the Data Model Discovery results. The outcome is segmented into 3 parts: Table Relations Cardinality, Intermediate Tables, and Tables Metadata. Let's begin by examining Table Relations Cardinality. In this section, you will find the names of the master tables. At the top, there is a filter available if you wish to focus on a specific master table. Let's take the person.person master table as an example. The second column displays the master column name, which represents the business entity ID for a person. The third column contains the detail table names. There is a filter available at the top to refine the detail tables displayed. In the fourth column, you will find the detail column names, which is a business entity ID as well. This indicates that the master and detail tables can be joined based on the business entity ID. The fifth column indicates the relationship type, with a filter provided at the top. This column displays whether the master and detail tables have a one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, or other types of relationships. Moving to the sixth column, it shows the master record count, indicating that the person table has 19,972 instances of the business entity ID. The seventh column displays details record count, which shows the count of business entity IDs in the detail tables, while the eighth column shows details distinct count, which indicates the distinct count of business entity IDs in the detail tables. Finally, the last column, Match Details, shows the number of business entity IDs that are present in both the master and detail tables. To remove the filter, simply click on the Clear Filter button. Now, let's examine the intermediate tables section. In the first column, you will find the names of intermediate tables, such as person.personphone as an example. The second column lists the master tables associated with these intermediate tables, for instance, humanresource.employee, and person.phone-number-type. This setup implies that humanresource.employee can be linked to person.phone-number-type through the intermediate table, person.personphone. Now, let's delve into our final segment, which focuses on tables metadata. This section complements the table relation cardinality segment. For example, if you select person.person in the first segment, it will automatically highlight person.person in the third segment. Here, you can view various columns of metadata, including subject area, record count, column count, text type, integer type, float type, auto increment type, datetime type, large text type, binary type, Boolean type, other types, primary keys, and indexes. You can export the result set either as a CSV or Excel file. Another option allows you to export the first segment, table relations cardinality, with options for no column names, with master column names, details column names, or both. Let's export the cardinality without column names to an Excel file. Click on the Export to Excel button. Choose the folder where you want to save the file. Click the Save button. Within a few moments, your Excel file will be generated. This file will consist of 5 tabs. The first tab is Nodes, which includes the table names and their respective groups. The second tab is Edges, listing the master table names, the table relationship, and the detail table names. The third tab contains metadata, derived from the table's metadata. The fourth tab, Data Model Relationships, contains information from the table relations cardinality. The last tab provides details of intermediate tables. This file can be utilized to create an entity relationship diagram for enhanced analysis purposes. We will employ the YED graph editor for this exercise, requiring a straightforward selection of nodes and edges from the Excel file. Once completed, you can review your ERD. Please utilize the YED tool's features to enhance the diagram's aesthetics and interactivity. We trust that this video provided value. Thank you for watching.